question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for New England.
Well, thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. And I rise tonight in regards to those people in Australia who take the extra step. Our nation, Mr Deputy Speaker, is made up, I believe, roughly of three groups. We've got the group that throw papers out the window of a car. They're always going to be with us and not much you can do about it, and they're the paper throw-outers. And then you've got the people who talk all the time about the paper throw-outers and say how annoyed they are about the paper throw-outers, but they never seem to do much about it, and great for conversation, but it doesn't really leave the world in a better place, sort of leaves it where it is. And then you've got this marvellous group of people who are the paper picker-uppers, the people who decide they're actually going to go out and make a difference, and they quietly pick up the papers and make our nation a better place. And one of the great examples of some sort of notation and acknowledgement of these people are the awards that were given out on the Queen's birthday honours list. And I want to go through just a few of them. There are so many. I'll list them all. I'd like to start with, rather than start in seriatim, I'll start with the last one first, and that's Ms Caroline Noon. Why do I say that? Because she's from my hometown, Woolbrook, and she got the Australian Fire Service Medal, and we all know how important it is, people who fight in bushfires. So to Caroline Noon, if you took the Noons and the Henrys away from Woolbrook, there'd be no Woolbrook. It's an incredible recommendation of service to your nation. Peter Dunn up at Walker, he also got the Australian Fire Service Medal, and likewise I'd like to acknowledge him. There's a lady called Ruth Blanche. Now Ruth Blanche does CWA, she was up at Armidale, CWA, Meals on Wheels, the Ascent Group, Northwest and Northern Tableland Special Olympics, St Peter's Cathedral, UNE, Nereham, that's New England Regional Art Museum, New England Wool Expo. She was used to be on the Probus Club. She also looked after the Aboriginal Keeping Place. She was friends of the old Teachers College, and I think the other 5 minutes of a day she used to go to sleep. But it's the whole thing is just a resume of service to their nation. And if you want to get something done, find a busy person. And it's likewise for people such as Sandra Lampkin, who's now IAM, for services to veterans and their families. New South Wales branch of the RSL, New England RSL District Council, Tamworth RSL sub-branch. I'm in the Tamworth RSL sub-branch. I should get to a meeting. Tamworth and District Ex-Servicemen's Association, Tamworth Community College, Tamworth Rural Referral Hospital, and on it goes. Once more, the reason our nation is the place it is these people take the next step. They don't just say, I only do what I need to do. They say, I'll do what I need to do and I'll do more because that's what makes my nation a better place. We had a Dr Patrice Neal. Now, I have to say, probably Dr Patrice, myself, possibly on different sides of the political fence, but in recognition for her great work that she has been given a AM in the General Division of the Order of Australia for her services to the environment. And I know we've had a great win there lately, and it's something I did support, was making sure that Shenhua did not start as a coal mine in the middle of the Breezer Plain. So I think that'd be one area that Dr Patrice and I are on the same page. We had Mrs Judith Ann Lofe for services to country music, and it's incredibly important for Tamworth. And we've got people who have received it. Unfortunately, they've passed on, but Ray Mepham for services in Inverell. We've got also Ms Therese Margaret Post, and she was in Uralla. She was actually a member, I believe, of the National Party up there. For her services to the community. Kim Rhodes at Tenterfield for services to the community. She's done a lot of work. Rhodes family been there for a long while, done great work there. Emeritus Professor James Baber Rowe, OAM, for services as a researcher and educator, and that's incredibly important, University of New England. And Joplin Higgins, who actually lives down Singleton, or addressed at Singleton, but she lives in Scone. All these people, as the Deputy Speaker, have done not only just what was required of them, not only what was expected of them, but they've gone to the next step. And if all of us in our nation took a page out of their book and gave just a little bit more than what we had to, then we make this nation a greater place and we actually take Australia to a higher spot.